As Special Forces operators, as Green Berets, we are subject matter experts when it comes to unconventional warfare, right? By, with, and through the people that we work with. We are in a people business. However, not all Special Forces operators are created equal. Here are 10 words to add to your vocabulary in order to be more effective as a Special Forces operator. Starting off with number 1, the word please. I need you to understand that regardless of the amount of training that you have, the accolades, the berets, the tab, nothing gives you the right to speak to another human being however you want. I've seen it done before, guys, when I was running and gunning in the Special Forces Regiment, where Green Berets would go up to support guys and start demanding stuff of them without using the proper, courtesy. And yes, that individual would give it to him just that one time, but it would build resentment and they would never willingly help that individual again. All it takes is saying, hey, support guy, can I please have this? Can I please have that? Right? It doesn't make you any less of a man to use the mannerism that your mom and dad instilled in you as a young individual. The second word that I think should be added to everybody's vocabulary within the Special Forces Regiment is thank you. It goes hand in hand with please, guys. Whenever you take somebody's attention away and you take their time away from them, regardless if it's their job or not, if they are taking time out of whatever it is that they were doing to, cater to you, the least you can do is say thank you once they're done giving you all their attention. The third word that should be added to every Special Forces soldier's vocabulary is requests. Especially when you're dealing with partner force. Guys, when I'm downrange running and gunning with my partner force, whether it's in Jordan or whether it's in Afghanistan, we are not in the position to make demands. When I'm speaking to my counterpart, everything that I say is, hey, I have a request. Can you do this for me? Hey, I'm requesting that you do this for my guys. I'm not telling them to do it because they don't work for me. They're their own individual. They're their own unit. But as the advisors, I'm making a request. All right. Hey, we request that you do X, Y, and Z. Is that all right with you? It's received a lot better than saying, hey, give me this, do that. Right. Let's move on to the next word, guys. The next one is going to be suggestion. Right. Especially when you're talking to your leadership. It can be, E7 or E8, right? Just a regular dude on the team talking to his team sergeant, or a regular dude on the team talking to the captain, or the team sergeant talking to the sergeant major, the captain talking to the major, like all the way up the hierarchy, right? We are not in the business of just telling individuals what to do, especially if they outrank you. A good example of this is, hey, you guys are, doing mission prep, and the team sergeant is building his roster, his vehicle rosters for where everybody's going to ride before going out on mission, right? So you as the low enlisted guy, you can't just tell a team sergeant what you do. Hey, I don't want to ride with that idiot. No, he's this, and that, right? As opposed to, hey, team sergeant, I have a suggestion. Can you put, this mechanic over here because of X, Y, and Z? Hey, can you put the cook in this truck because of X, Y, and Z? Guys, as a former team sergeant, I'm here to tell you right now, it would be a lot better received as opposed to you just bitching and saying, hey, team sergeant, do this. And he's going to look at you like, who the hell are you to tell me what to do, right? So yes, add the word suggestion into your vocabulary to help you go a lot further into getting what you want, guys. So instead of telling people what to do, I suggest you just make a suggestion. And because he can always at the end just say, no, I'm not doing that. But you got your 2 cents in. Guys, the next word that I want you to add to your repertoire as a Special Forces operator is the word may I. And I like to use this word particularly during, heated conversations, right? When I had my team, we used to do what's called nights at the round table where, all my guys would sit down and we would hash out whatever's going on, right? And the guys would go back at each other and they'll, express their concerns, their feelings, whatever, right? And during the heat of those conversations, right? It's one thing to shout back and forth like no one's listening at that point, right? As opposed to saying, hey, check it out. May I X, Y, and Z? Or may I speak? I have something to say. May I. Try it, guys. Wherever you're at in your life, it goes a long way into just getting everybody to calm down and to focus on you and actually listening to whatever you have to say. The next words I want you to add to your list of vocabulary is going to be, let's process this together. Now, this one's vital when you are in a unconventional warfare scenario and you're dealing with partner forces, all right? Because what we want to do as Green Berets is to incorporate whoever we're working with in our problem-solving scenarios, right? So whenever a problem come up, I would always bring in my partner force and I would let them speak. And then I would just, instead of me coming up with a solution, I would just, have them be a part of it so they have buy-in. So I would just say, hey guys, bring it in. Let's problem solve this together, right? And then we'll start diving in. Same thing with your team. Same thing with your soldiers. If something comes up, instead of you coming up with a solution, just have them sit down, man. Hey, let's problem solve this together. Hey, you got a problem at home where your kids and your wife or money issues. Hey, let's problem solve this together. Let's figure out what we need to do. All right. The next words I want you to add to your vocabulary is going to be, let me get back to you. Now, you can use this one anywhere with anyone, right? And what this does is it allows you the time to do some analysis, do some research on whatever's being asked of you, right? Let me get back to you allows you the time to plan whatever you need to plan, all right? And be more confident whenever you come back with an answer for whoever is demanding that of you. Now, if you're the guy demanding it, make sure you put a backstop on there. Hey, 18 Bravo, I need you to teach a class, tomorrow. Can you do it? Let me get back to you. You have 24 hours, all right? I need an answer by tomorrow. So yes, guys, let me get back to you. Add it to your list and make sure you use it. Next word that needs to be added to every Special Forces operator's list is going to be choice, all right? So choice is a good one, guys, because whenever you're problem solving, issues, like you need to have choices, right? I remember I was at SWIC and I had this soldier that had issues with, substance abuse, right? He couldn't stop doing drugs. He couldn't stop drinking. So I brought him in and I told him, hey, we have a couple of choices here, right? Sit down. Let's unpack this issue and then let's talk about your choices, all right? So I broke it down for him. I was like, choice number one, you can go to ASAP. You get the help you need. You come back, good to go. Choice number two, you don't go to ASAP. You get yourself in trouble. Myself and the commander will refer you to ASAP. And at this point, it's too late. You're going to end up losing your career, Article 15, so on and so forth. That's a choice. Choice number three, we don't do anything, right? You end up in a ditch somewhere and you become a statistic. Those conversations you have to have, guys. In order to do that, choice has to be in your vocabulary. And the next one's going to be elaborate. And this one you can never use enough because it's easy nowadays for things to get lost in translation. So if I'm sitting down with a soldier and I'm telling him what I need, if he doesn't understand me, hey, Sergeant, could you elaborate on that? If I'm sitting down with my sergeant major, with my company commander, and we're speaking, and I don't understand what he's talking about or what he needs of me, hey, sergeant major, could you elaborate on that? Hey, sir, could you elaborate on that? That way I'm getting exactly black and white what it is that they need or expect from me. I'm not assuming anything, all right? Let's move on to the last one, guys. And the last one's going to be partnership, all right? And this one's important because I need you to understand that as Green Berets, we work with our partner force all the time, right? We literally get things done by, with, and through the people that we work with. So yes, we partner with other nations. You can also partner with other teams within the Special Forces company, the battalion, the group, so you can become better. Guys, these are the top 10 words that I think that every Special Forces operators need to add into their repertoire of words. They've served me good throughout my career. I'm hoping they can do the same for you. If I missed any words, guys, let me know in the comment section below. If you got any value out of this, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself.